When I think of the Guadalupe Center, I think of hope.
Life-changing.
Possibilities.
Opportunities.
Freedom.
Excellence.
Inspiring.
Change.
It began as a soup kitchen in 1982, serving a rural community of migrant, farm, and year-round service workers.
My parents worked in agriculture. I always seen poverty outside of my window.
Hard-working families, struggling to provide a better future for their children.
My parents lived a migrant lifestyle. We always jumped from daycare to daycare to daycare.
A group of visionaries had a realization. In order to change the lives of its residents, education had to be addressed. Today, the Guadalupe Center of Immokalee, Florida is transforming a community.
This is my classroom and I'll give you a tour.
One child at a time.
This is water table.
With one mission.
This area is science.
To break the cycle of poverty through education.
The early years are critical in building that foundation and really determine the future and what's to come for the child, not only in school, but in life as well.
The Guadalupe Center's early education program serves Immokalee's youngest residents, children 6 weeks of age to kindergarten.
Do you know what letter that is right there?
Q!
So why don't we look on the puzzle and see where we can put a Q? The pivotal part of a child's growth happens in the early years. And so what the program provides for these students is really foundational learning in reading and language arts, in language skills and mathematics.
The Guadalupe Center has been a very strong foundation for our son and for us as parents.
Building a partnership where parents, teachers, and students work together.
Children who come to our programs are at a huge advantage over children who don't participate in early childhood education.
The children who walk through our doors every day are children who really, really want to learn.
They love school. They don't even want to go home sometimes. They love just all the activities. Omar's ready. Micah's ready. Good job.
This is probably, for a lot of children, the very best part of their day.
Very nice.
I have 2 children attending the Guadalupe Center. You can see a perfect reflection of what they're learning in school and how they're bringing it home, and how I, as a parent, can become a better educator for them.
I had a child come into my class with special education needs. Just to see that moment in his face that he was capable of doing so many things that he wasn't able to do before. I believe he taught me more things than what I taught him. I have no words to describe it.
A partnership that nurtures the whole child.
With children this young, they might not have the vocabulary to express themselves, but they can do it through art, they can do it through drawing, they can do it through dance.
Hello.
Children who are ready for kindergarten and ready to learn.
14, 15, 16.
Our children leave us prepared for school, but there are hundreds of children in Immokalee who enter kindergarten each year without that preparation.
For children who missed out on early education, a year-round after-school tutoring program for students in kindergarten, 1st, and 2nd grade fills the knowledge gap.
Didn't you play today?
These are the children who primarily do not get early childhood education.
Hey.
So they're walking into the schools not even really knowing how to speak the English language. And so the hope is to get them into additional enrichment activities after school that we can quickly get kids up to the level that they need to be at.
Intervention at one of the most crucial stages in a child's life.
We have a window of opportunity where we really can optimize the academic, the cognitive, the social development of young children.
Awesome. High five.
And somebody got the idea of bringing in a few high school kids to tutor those little kids, and the results were astonishing.
This simple idea led to Tutor Corps, a dynamic dual mentorship program for high school students, pairing them with adult mentors. and becoming mentors to young children.
Silent. There you go.
5 minus 3.
All while earning money for college.
2.
It meant I would have a stable job, a stable salary. I could also focus more on my academics. So it meant that I could start looking at scholarships, start looking at actually going to college and actually becoming something. You got it, you got it.
I felt like it was a win-win situation where we are helped and we're able to give back to the community by helping kids that were in our situation.
You actually become a role model as well as an inspiration to them. Remember, it's not about the game, it's about what you learn.
The tutoring element of our after-school program is what really ensures the success of the program.
Through tutoring, I have gotten more than what I put in. They will work so much harder when someone believes in them, and I've seen that.
Having an impact in their life makes me feel better because they're the future for Immokalee. And knowing that I am helping them succeed makes me feel better about myself.
The skills that have been developed along the way enabled them to become very poised, mature individuals that you might not think would come from this environment.
Through the Guadalupe, I have gained so much confidence.
It's not whether or not I'm going to go to college, it's where to.
In a community where only half of its high school students graduate, 100% of Guadalupe's students graduate from high school, and 90% graduate from college.
I'll be in the first generation in my family to go to college.
From cradle to career, the Guadalupe Center is there every step of the way.
I read a quote by Nelson Mandela that said, "Education is the most powerful weapon to change the world." I know that we're changing the lives not only of that individual child, but their family and future generations.
Guiding children down a different path.
You know what they need? What do they need?
Water.
They need water.
Where dreams are born.
I'm a doctor. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a policeman. Doctor.
Somebody from Immokalee can go out, can become very successful, and still give back to the community. I would like to be an immigration lawyer simply because my parents struggled with finding a very good immigration lawyer that they could trust when they needed one.
I want to go to college to study medicine and go to medical school to become an anesthesiologist.
I am a biology major in the course of pre-med. My plan is to go to med school and hopefully become a plastic surgeon one day. I have a mentor through the Guadalupe Center. She really believes I can be a plastic surgeon someday. You need someone in your life that's crazy enough to believe in your dreams more than you do.
A path where dreams are realized.
A favorite moment for me at the Guadalupe Center was the day that I graduated from college and came back to the Guadalupe Center as a teacher.
The feeling that I get from being privileged to witness the change in their lives is probably the most significant feeling that I've ever had in my life.
I am the first in my family to graduate college, along with the first in my family to graduate high school.
The Guadalupe Center nominated me for a scholarship with the Miami Dolphins. A lady called me and said, my dad has this scholarship he left for people who want to be doctors. And I thought she was crazy. I'm like, there's no way you can offer someone 4 years undergrad and 4 years med school. So I didn't call her back. And then the Guadalupe called me and they're like, you know, this is serious. This would not have been possible if it wasn't for the Guadalupe Center. It was a ripple effect. It was like the rock in the pond. It's blessing after blessing.
One person can make a difference in a child's life. The real benefit to us who are involved with the Guadalupe Center is that we sometimes can be that person. And one person can make a difference, but a whole lot of one persons together can make a huge difference.
The Guadalupe Center, transforming a community, one child at a time.
When they come in the first day through that door, through our program, I see myself as a little girl that had no confidence, that I was destined to just work at McDonald's. I feel like through these kids, when I help them, I'm able to see them become something very different than themselves. And it's just so heartwarming that we can help that through these kids. It's a very heartwarming story.
They're serving hope to so many different children, parents, educators, and it continues. This hope continues.